In English language, adjectives can end in "ic", like academic, public, fantastic, and some other adjectives end in "ical", like chemical, medical, radical. But adjectives that end in "ic" and "ical", which come from the same root, such as economic and economical, can cause a lot of confusion to English learners. At the end of this video, you will be able to use these adjectives correctly and confidently. But before we dive into the lesson, I'd like you to take a little test. The first two adjectives are economic and economical. These two adjectives come from the same root, which is economy. That's why a lot of students get confused or mix up these two adjectives. The first adjective, economic, refers to the science of economy or the economy of the country. For example, you say economic theories, economic advisors, economic collapse. But economical means someone who is thrifty, doesn't spend a lot of money, or something that doesn't waste money. For example, if you say that someone is economical in his life, it means he doesn't spend a lot of money. Or if you say that your car is economical on fuel, for example, it means it doesn't spend a lot of fuel.
To become a nationwide economic disaster.
And I love how you arrange the beds. It's a very economical use of space.
The second pair of adjectives is historic and historical. Historic means important or something that is going to be important in history. For example, a historic moment, it means a very important moment that history will write about it. A historic occasion, it means an occasion that is important and it's going to be important in history as well. But if you say historical, means from the past or related to history. For example, if you say this is a historic event, it means a very important event and it's going to be important in history. But if you say the same sentence with the other adjectives like this is a historical event, it means an event that happened in the past.
That's important. It's historic.
This is a historic day for Greendale.
The historical novel.
Our mission? Historical research.
The third pair of adjectives is classic and classical. Classic refers to something of high quality or a typical example of something. For example, you say, this is a classic car. It means an excellent car. Another example is, this is a classic example of a bad teacher. It means a typical example of a bad teacher. A classical, on the other hand, refers to the culture of ancient Greece or Roman or European works of art in the 18th century. Or serious music. You say, I don't like a classical music. If you say, for example, I studied classical literature, it means the literature in the 18th century.
Classic meeting. We should celebrate.
Music?
Classical.
The fourth pair of adjectives is electric and electrical. Electric is used before names of particular machines that work by electricity. For example, electric cigarettes, electric chair, etc. But be careful, also electric, it means exciting and fun. For example, she is leading an electric life. It means a fun and interesting life. But electrical is used before general words like electrical appliances, electrical components, electrical engineering, etc.
Whoa, Mama, the electric chair.
Electric cigarettes.
Oh, wow. That's an electric dream, all right.
Turn off all the lights and electrical appliances.
The fifth pair of adjectives is comic and comical. Comic is used for artistic comedy, for example, comic books, comic verse, but comical means funny. It's an old-fashioned word which means funny. For example, that's very comical means that's very funny.
We've got comic books, more comic books, and more comic books.
It's very comical.
The sixth pair of adjectives is magic and magical. Magic is more common and it is used in a number of fixed expressions such as magic wand, magic carpet, magic word, magic spell, and magic trick. Magical can be used instead of magic, but when it is used metaphorically, it means wonderful or exciting. For example, a magical experience. It means an exciting experience.
2 magical years.
Magically.
Something magical